Hey guys, I just want to go over the new Discord server that we have. So a program called Discord. It's kind of like Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, all rolled into one. It's a highly customizable group area where you can have different channels to chat. It's interactive. There's tons of bots, robots that'll do things for you, and then quite a bit of flexibility with it. So we're going to be moving to this, and it's going to make it a lot easier. We had every time there's a post on Facebook, people comment. Some of the stuff is good. We want to keep that, but we can never find it again. Other things are, it's just a mess when there's so many people commenting. So we want to open it up to where everyone could share, everyone could talk, and we're going to have a little bit of structure to it, but there's quite a bit here. It's a little bit overwhelming, but if you've never done Discord before, I'm going to go over everything all at once. So this is Discord, and this is our server, the Wishaw drive. When you first get in there, there's 4 sections. You've got the all users welcome, a feeds section, a verified user section, and a portal section. Tons and tons of stuff here, but as you'll see, I'm going to go through everything and then show you how it works, and then you're going to see that most of it's just going to be in a couple of things, and then you go to other places for more content. So the forums, we're moving all the information over. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff with bots. So when you first join in, first thing it's going to have you do is go over these rules. This is just telling you a little bit about what our server is, some of the rules on there. These are pretty standard rules for Discord, so they don't let you spam or flame or troll or anything like that, but we don't want that anyway. We don't want it to get out of hand, so it's pretty much standard rules. And then this explains what these different sections are, but I'm going to also do that in this video. So this is just like a one-time thing. It's kind of like a landing page. You're not going to need to really refer back to this. You don't really post in here. The next thing is this announcement section. Now what this is, every time Chris posts on Facebook, it's going to show up on this page. Whenever he posts a video, it's also going to show up on this page. So it'll be a way to see everything all in one place. So even if you don't have Facebook loaded, or if you don't want to do Facebook, we've had some people want to do that. They don't want to have it. Chris doesn't allow blank Facebook anymore, because there's a lot of times when he's getting scammed by people. They're trying to resell his drive. They don't have a Facebook profile. So this will help. You'll be able to see everything all in one spot once you're a verified user. Then we have a current competition section. This is just something that we're going to have interactive. Nothing really being used on here yet. This is just one of the videos Chris posted. Then we have our chat and testing. So random nonsense. This is just like a random channel. As a matter of fact, these two are flip-flopped. This one's supposed to be over here. So we have bot testing. So there's a bunch of different things you can do with bots. Here's a list of all the commands, but we don't want people doing this in the main chat channel, because every time a new person jumps in or forgets a command, it's just going to completely spam. You can see how long this is in the middle of a chat. So basically a command is something like, I typed in -- cat, and one of the bots responds sending a random picture of a cat. You could type in meme, and then there's a picture of a meme. So it's just some stuff in the middle of a conversation, but this is just like a testing area, so you could see what you could do with the bots. Then we have the random chat area. This is completely unrelated to the hard drive. You could just go in here and chit chat. It doesn't have to be game related. Then we have the text chat. Now this is going to be the main one. So we have a bunch of different things you could do, but it's also going to show like a quick link to some of the latest videos to Chris. You'll see when new people join, but it's basically, this is going to be the main section that you're going to go to, an interactive section. Now if there's a lot of people on at the same time, there's also this audio chat room. Now when I click on this, you're going to see down here it says voice connected. I'm now connected to a voice server. Now the room doesn't change here, but you'll see me added down here. And what that does is you can have a whole bunch of people still typing in here but talking together. So I'm going to turn this off, and that's it. It's hidden right down here. Now you can mute yourself, you can turn off all the other people talking, or you can just disconnect the audio like I did. So this room is similar to this room, but you don't actually go into a room here, you just show up down here. So that's the all users welcome section. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to vet everyone. So here's all the people so far. The red and blue ones are moderators and admins. Then we have green are verified users and yellow are unverified users. So people we haven't figured out who they are on Facebook yet. And then once you're verified, you can go into these other sections. But these sections are for non-verified. Now this is the feeds section. I'm going to minimize that, get that out of the way. So this is just extra content. Whenever Chris posts a video, it's going to be here. We also added in some other popular YouTubers. So Simply Austin does a lot of videos. He kind of starts arguments with a lot of people, and he's a little bit abrasive. So we don't really share too much with him or do too much with him, but it is worth seeing some of his videos, especially if you're wanting to figure out how some of the stuff works. Chris Upchurch, he's another drive seller. He's a bit of a character too. Sometimes he works with Chris, sometimes he starts stuff up, but it's worth seeing some of his content too, similar to what Chris Wishaw, Chris Shaw does. Chris Upchurch, comes out with some new content from time to time and shares with the community. Then we have Avar, the AV Archivist. This is the main channel for Hyperspin. It's been inactive for almost a year. Whenever they finally come out with Hyperspin 2, you'll see it posted here first. We got a Reddit channel, so if you've ever been on Reddit, we added some of the most popular gaming ones on here. And this, you could just see what's going on Reddit, and if you click it, it'll actually take you to the link in this in-browser. These are just basically the hot posts, the stuff that's trending on there. Emulation, so you can see what the latest emulators are doing and find out more information. Hyperspin, usually this is just people helping each other with Hyperspin. But this one's an interesting one. There's a Reddit thread called Free Game Deals. And basically, they have sales every single day, 20% off, 30% off, 40% off. Every once in a while, you'll see one 100% off, whether it be a regular game or a Twitch game, all types of stuff. But it'll be posted here. Whenever there's something completely free, you'll see this light up. Now, I skipped one, TKO Cinematics. He's one of the members of our group. And the reason I'm skipping him is because I'm going to minimize this. And as you'll see, his is showing here. When I click on something else, his is the only one listed. That's because there's new content. So most of the time you're going to leave this like this. And then when something new pops up, you'll see it right here. You don't have to always have this open. You can leave that closed and then you don't have to worry about it. But TKO Cinematics, so basically, he's one of our contributors. He's doing a whole bunch of video wheels right now. So he's uploading. He just did Game Gear today. He did Sega CD. You can click on here and watch the video. You can actually watch it in browser here without having to open your web browser. Now that I've viewed this, it's no longer new to me, these new messages. So when I go back down to here, it's no longer there. So you don't have to leave these open. Now the next stuff I'm going to show you is only for verified users. And we're going to have to scrub the list again. We're going to have to, like we did with the forums, there wasn't ever really much going on in the forums other than support stuff, and it got kind of old for us moderators. A lot of times people couldn't find the information. We're answering the same questions over and over again, and there was only a handful of posts like in the show your rig section, stuff like that, and that was some of the most fun stuff, but it just, people didn't like going onto forums. So that stuff's moving over here. This is the new pinned post, and this is where the passwords are going to be right here. We'll keep this one edited and updated. Here's some of the sections, like some of the old support sections. Here's where you can leave a testimonial. It also has an instruction for the first time you download the video, and then if you haven't updated in a while. So this is basically that old pinned post with a little bit of the information from the forum as well, all in one spot. The next one is tech support chat. So what you can do in here is we really want people to go into the support and start here, see if you could figure out what you need on here. There's going to be bots in here that'll try and answer questions, but if you drop in here, you can do this command here called ring, and that's going to send a message to all the admins that are online. Now, I'm the only admin online right now, so it sends it to me saying, hey, James is looking for help in tech support chat. So then I'll go in here and say, hey, I'll see if I can help you with something real quick while I'm online. Again, you got to remember that there's nobody getting paid for this. Chris does get paid for the initial drive sale and tries to help everyone out when they first start, but it's asking a lot over and over and over again for the same support over and over again, or any time you change something. People are happy to do it. People are pretty friendly, but don't be expecting of it. Don't be angry if someone can't help you right away, or if it takes some trouble for them to help you. They need help figuring that out too. There's millions and millions of things on the drive, and you just got to be patient, and people are going to try and help you. So going back over here, this fixes most of the problems. This is pretty much the core of the forums right here. It boiled down to a lot of times with the issues with trying to update or initially install, there was certain things that were a little bit tricky for people to get the first time around. So, here it goes. And then this last thing is support tickets. Now we have some info right here. There's also something called pinned posts. If you look right up here, pinned posts, this is something that right now I'm the only one that's typed in here, so you could see what you need to do. But let's say people have been posting in here, adding their support tickets, stuff like that, and this is no longer visible. You can always click this pinned post, and it tells you that important pinned post right here. And if we ever add anything else, you'll see the second pinned post. It's like a greatest hits thing. It's like the pinned post in Facebook. It'll tell you how to add a ticket, what we need you to do. So for example, if nobody can help you, there's nobody around on chat, you can't figure out by looking at the information in these areas, you can add a support ticket. So you can type in a ticket, add, and then there's 4 or 5 different things right here. This covers most of the issues. The initial installation of the drive, trying to update, an emulator issue, a specific game issue, a rocket launcher configuration issue, or something other, like controls or something else. So we only want these. If it doesn't have this in here, we can't categorize it. Just use other. But if you don't put anything, we're just going to close the ticket out. We need to follow instructions here so that we could find it again in the future. So update, then your Facebook name, and then the issue, like I can't get Syncovery update, it says my drive's full. So you fill out that ticket, and it'll actually generate one. So I'm going to generate a ticket right now. And let's say it's a ROM issue. So we'll say that. So now you see a new ticket number is created. It's going to have your name on here, and it's going to have the ticket. And then we could go in and try and figure it out. We'll have a list of tickets, and then we can eventually figure out, we can go here. We can see that there's 2 tickets right now. Bill has one, and I have the one I just created, and then it'll give us a list of who we need to help. This is going to help us streamline things moving forward. Again, you'll see these highlight as things change. This is more of a come to it as you need it type thing. And then the last thing is portals. So on these portals, this is what we're going to do to save information moving forward. So all of these are basically different areas where whenever someone has a good idea or something like that else, we're going to pin that post and then throw it into whatever section on here. These are going to be our repositories, our wikis for putting our information in whenever we want to keep it. So like info on controls, this was one of the popular posts on the forums. What kind of controls can I put on my arcade machine? So I put racing wheel, pinball, and flipper buttons, rotary joystick, trigger joystick. So we're going to add in information whenever we have some stuff on controls. Software, so if you have some issues or good tips and tricks for like Joy to Key or Launchbox or anything like that. Emulators, so we'll put these in here for different games. Like if you find settings that are tweaked better than how we have it tweaked on the drive, throw it in here. We'll have a bunch of people test it, see if it works, and then we might make that the official. Special ROMs. Now this is things that are game specific. So you can put like cheat codes in here. You can put, if I have trouble loading a game, post it in here and someone else can try and help. So this will make it good to figure out what we need to do to run certain games. Then we have the sections: arcade, pinballers, consoles, and computer games. Those are the main things on there. The last one is handhelds and miscellaneous. So the handheld things, but then also stuff like the Knox Android emulator or Kodi, stuff like that. And then these other 4 aren't on the drive, but other thing that we've spoken about, the admins have done, and other people do, similar to us. So Picades, those Raspberry Pi machines that people are building for 20 bucks or whatever to play old games. So we're going to put information on how to do that. We can share some of the different files on here. Modded consoles, this is a big one, for Switch right now. We used to have the homebrew. A lot of people are modding the old Xbox so that you can play all the Xbox games off of a hard drive in there that you put in there. Cabinet builds. The cabinet builds portal. This is everything you would want to build cabinets. We want people to share their designs in here. This is similar to the show off your rig type deal in the forums. The first post I put in here was a popular one on the forum that shows a whole bunch of different links on where to buy parts. Here's for people in Canada, here's people in the UK, China, and then all the places in the US that are the most popular, the best places to go. And then finally, other sites. So we put some stuff in here like gaming database, arcade history, the old computer for some rare ROMs, ROM hacking, Zofar with a bunch of game music, stuff like that. So there's a whole bunch in here that we can do. A lot of it's not needed. Like a lot of the times, all these right here, we're pretty much going to leave these like that and leave this one right here is pretty much all you're going to need. So it looks overwhelming with all that stuff I just went through, but I wanted to show everything that's available. But pretty much it's going to come down to chatting in here, talking in here, and then you'll see the ones, like right here actually a feed popped up. Somebody posted something in Reddit Gaming, and you see how it's now showing this one in white. So I'll go over here, see what happened. Oh, someone put what Sony and Blizzard gave me for playing their games for 15 years. So I'm not interested in that. I'm going to go back to the chat, and you'll see it disappears. So these will pop up as you need them. If you need support, if you want to look up some information in the portals or see when someone adds something, but you don't have to leave it open. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. Again, the rules and announcements are not going to be used all the time. The current competitions, that might be something you stop in once a month, but it's really just going to come down to random chat, text chat, and maybe audio chat if a bunch of people are online. Coincidentally, you can also use this if people are playing games online together, like Fortnite's really popular right now. If you see a bunch of people online, you could create a sub channel with just 2, 3, 4 people, play Fortnite and connect on our server to chat with each other instead of the in-game chat. You can connect that way. Hope this is going to be pretty beneficial to the community. Hope everyone enjoys it, and if there's any questions, just jump in here and post on this text chat. Thanks, guys.